Okay, so no introductions or introductions, but like I always say, I'm gonna keep the outro extremely super short. If you really, really care about my freaking content, and really give a rat's bunny rabbits about my stuff, subscribe. My fellow awesome people, wonderful old or new subscribers that happen to stumble upon the channel, yada all that good shit. I know it's like I thought it was 2-3 weeks old. It's a month old now. This is from July, now already September, so I ain't gonna rant to the whole freaking long thing. This is super old ass news already, but I never got to watch the little teaser trailer clip myself, the launch trailer. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Only thing I got spoiled with it, and it still rubs me the wrong gosh darn effing way. And it's like freaking old school saying ideology or analogy or metaphor. Cat scratching its freaking claws on old chalkboard floor, death by 1,000 cuts sort of thing. Or like stinks to the high heavens. It's just that fucking bad. I am not crazy about Donkey Kong's new logo design. His logo design. his new avatar looking like iconic one. I think they were trying to bring the late 80s, late 70s, early late 80s version of Donkey Kong's design back. I wasn't buying it, bro. I couldn't. They kept Cranky Kong and the other dudes like Diddy Kong shit the same. Why couldn't they do that with him? That's the only thing that was extremely irritating as hell. That they did that to my boy Donkey Kong like that. Like they kept him the same in that movie, even though Chris Pratt he didn't do such a great job as a voice of Mario in 2021, 2022 when they did the Mario Brothers animation movie. They kept Donkey Kong since I even know got played by Seth Rogen. I don't really give a shit who the voice actor was for Seth Rogen. I get it. He's got that super iconic laugh. He sounds like the old 70s thing. I know he's completely super canceled now, but his last name was Cosby. So everyone knows that was, especially if you live in the United States, you know exactly what that was. And then he got out of jail years later, thank goodness. But I'm not gonna get into that. He sounds like his cartoon version of Little Bill or Fat Albert back in the day. Like the way Seth Rogen laughs. Just a real quick tangent there. Anyways, any stalling, yapping, any of the other fucking stammering and freaking stalling and BSing and side notes, thoughts aside, tangents aside. 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's only 48 seconds. It's super short. I got 3 small, quick internet news. 2 of them are very, very recent. The other one it's like 3 weeks ago. I don't care. I didn't get to talk about it. It's comeback though. At least there was a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel in a good way. So let's jump into it. Let's do it. Let's see how it looks.
It's the perfect place for us to do an awesome training montage, don't you think?
Oh, they changed her character too? That's cool. Oh. I'm still not crazy about it, man. I didn't see that one before. I wonder if he's gonna be a bad guy. That one's probably gonna be a super villain there.
Getting stronger, getting faster.
Okay.
Let's do this.
The collectibles part's the one that's
You
cool
and me,
about it.
we're the best.
Oh, she's a small little girl now. What?
Yeah, our montage will look so cool.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. They didn't just switch Donkey Kong. They completely redesigned and de-aged Pauline. Oh, man, that sucks. Damn, this definitely had to be for Gen Z, Gen Alpha, because this is not my cup of tea right here, unfortunately. But I'll see you guys in a quick second. That's thoughts, views, opinions on sharp-ass milliseconds. Okay, so overall thoughts, views, opinions, speculations, hot takes, broad, harsh opinions, bullet points, speculations, and of course, harsh, broad opinions, viewpoints, worldviews. My viewpoint on it. Well, here's the thing, man. Well, before the beginning, I completely forgot. Finally got my haircut, thank God. It's nice, short, super, super thin as hell. I actually forgot I shaved way too close to my sideburns up, and now it looks funky as hell. I look like a CGI alien thing now. I swear to God, I'm a flesh and bone human being. I'm not no fake AT alien thing. I swear to Jesus, I've been locked up in Area 51 if I was. Anyways, we're real now. Ah, man. Even though like the mechanics, the tool mechanics, all of the looks got the crushing and bursting and collecting part of the game looks pretty fun and exciting, which is why did they screw that up? I know some people are gonna come at my throat like, oh, he's like Donkey Kong's like the most awesome character. Well, yeah, it was alright. I don't know, because I'm using rose tinted nostalgia glasses because I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s when that fool was the biggest fucking thing in the world, my guy. I don't think he got that big in Japan and in a lot of the other Asian countries, Japan or China or South Korea and these other Southeast Asian places besides Japan, Donkey Kong, and it's funny because two other like Nintendo big time characters like Banjo-Kazooie before he got bought by Microsoft, and then I think he got back later on, I don't know, and Metroid, the Metroid series, like Samus Aran Ridley, those characters from the Metroid games, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, in the 90s and 2000s, it didn't do that well in Japan, but they kept those IPs anyways, because here in the United States and Canada and Europe, a lot of the first world Western countries, English speaker countries mainly, like those got massively, hugely popular in the 90s and 2000s. But over there in Japan, I don't think they did that well over there. But I'm glad they still kept them as Smash Bros. Years later. After all those years, they did immediately for the. This is how ancient as fuck my ass is. My old ass fucking boomer millennial when it comes to this. But like, it was on N64, GameCube, Wii U, and then the Switch, and now it's on the Switch too. Whenever that comes out for the Smash Bros. Ultimate 2, it's probably gonna be called Ultimatum or Zenith or Apex version of Smash Bros. Apex. I don't know. Instead of Ultimate, it was probably gonna be some extremely epic ass freaking hugely Greek. What's it called? Greek, Armenian, freaking last. Oh, I forget the three extremely ancient, the most ancients in the language in the world. Armenian, Aramaic, Greek, and Latin or whatever. It's probably gonna have some ancient ties to that from 5, 6, 7,000 years ago, and try to modernize the word in the video games. That's usually what, especially with a lot of smartphone companies like the iPhone or Samsung and freaking T-Mobile, like Samsung Galaxies and like what's it called? Oh my god, I know it's always Apples and iPhones fucking like rival all the time. The Android and all that shit. They always got some weird ass, like, creepy, esoteric, demonic, fucking, what's it called, Greek, Aramaic, and Latin word from like 5, 6, 7,000 years ago, and they put it into their freaking, what's it called, smartphones or whatever. It's creepy ass fucking conspiracy theory, so I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm be surprised video games industry are probably slowly starting to do that too. Or they've been doing it for a while. I don't know. Last two things I'll say is this: the music was still really good. It could have been a lot more louder. I know it was real low, but I wanted to make sure you guys were hearing my voice, not just the music and the commentary at the same time. It was less than a minute, so it wasn't really that much to go with. You know, it's funny because when I was doing the thumbnail on this, I saw that there was going to be 3 main enemies. They only showed one of the enemies, and Donkey Kong was going to be. It looks like a evil mega evolution, like what the orangutan Lanky Kong was for Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. So I don't know if he's coming back, but he's like all darker and evil and shadowy. So obviously he's going to be the main big boss you have to fight in this game. There was 2 other ones. One looked like an evil, dark side, villainous version of Candy Kong I saw on the internet when I was doing the thumbnail. And another one kind of looks like King K. Rool. He had like a freaking son as a King K. Rool Jr. Kind of looks like him if Bowser's kids were fused with King K. Rool's little claptrap kids. If they fuse them together, that's kind of what he looks like a little bit. So I know there's 3 main enemies he fought, but you're gonna have to fight in this game. But what's it called? They only showed 1 out of the 3. So I was hoping they showed the female one, man, because there's probably gonna be a fuck ton of NSFW, not safe for work, R34 fan art of her out there. They already have a shit ton with Candy Kong already. Same with Dixie Kong and Tiny Kong too. Don't even ask me. I fucking know that. Oh yeah, and the last extra thing I completely forgot. This went over the top of my head. I wanted to remember about that barrels, or is this game gonna have any connection with freaking what's it called? The N64 and the GameCube version of the Donkey Kong Bongos game and Donkey Kong 64. I don't know if they got any connections with those or callbacks or Easter eggs to those super old ass games from, let's say, 23, 24 years ago, and then again with 19, 21 years ago when that one came out for the GameCube or the Wii at the time. So 18 years or 21 years ago when that one came out. And it's been a long ass time since that came out. And then they had the early 2010s one, like 2011, 2012 to 2014. Tropical Freeze 1 and 2. That was like the last mainstream Donkey Kong main series game that came out a while ago. So it's about 12 or 14, 15 years ago. That was like the last one that ever came out. So I don't know if there's going to be Tykes and Extra, or is this its own completely different spin-off game? It has nothing to do with any of those games at all. It's just going to be its own different separate story told either by the Bajito dude, like the senior citizen Cranky Kong. I wish they would have brought back the old Bajita lady, the senior citizen elderly lady, Wrinkly Kong. Because Because I know in part 3 of that Donkey Kong main series game from way back in the SNES days, Super Nintendo Entertainment, so she dies and passes away. She becomes like a spiritual, soulless ghost or whatever. That'd be cool to have like a reference to that at least, you know? R.I.P. to her, man. She was so highly, massively intellectual of an individual, and she always kept Cranky Kong in check. I always thought that was like Cranky Kong's like long lost wife or something, or sister, you know? Because they have the same features and everything, you know? Well, that's crazy, man. That would have been a nice little Easter egg to put there, but I'm surprised they completely redesigned Pauline's age. So I guess she's going to take over Diddy Kong's or Kitty Kong's and Dixie Kong's place in this version, and Tiny Kong's place in this game. That's probably what they're going to do with Pauline. I always called her Paulina instead of Pauline. I don't know why. Because she was the original, super old ass, original, like, Princess Damsel in Distress. And Mario was still called Super Jumpman. It was way before I was alive. It was like 1982, 84, 85. I was born later on, 1989, so it's about 5-7 years before I was born. Pauline was the original freaking Princess Peach, and then Princess Peach later on replaced Pauline in the early 90s, and in the mid-late 90s, early 2000s. Daisy was the third princess, and then way later on, mid-late 2000s, early 2010s, in Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 games, it was Princess Rosalina was a part of that whole series. Rosalina, that one. And I don't know what other future princes are going to have after that. I really didn't know. No, it's up in the air. I don't know if you're going to save any princesses in this game. What if it was Princess Peach? That'd be mind-blowing as heck, or Rose Daisy. Unless they're not going to be in this game at all. Maybe they're DLC characters, I don't know. Anyways, see you on the current event news. I'll talk to you guys in a quick second, I promise. Hold on. Okay, so you guys, what an absolute freaking goddamn hatred of a fucking passion. I hate and dislike absolute mierda caca diarrhea shit out of politics and all that, but this is the only freaking news article I could find, Fox News or whatever, Fox Business. So yada yada. Mr. Orange Man Trump posts AI video dancer at Cracker Barrel's old timer after company reverses logo change. President posts 30-second clip of him showing restaurant's old timer character logo. Controversy comes from Eric Reveal. I'm not giving him no credit. Fuck all of them. Yada yada yada. Okay, this is old. This is from a little while ago, but it's the most recent one I could find. September 4th, because it's like the 6th or 7th already. Hold on. Yeah, Mr. Trump on Thursday, which was last week, I think. Or actually, no. By the time you guys see this, is last week, because it's going to be Sunday, Monday by the time I post this. Thursday trolled Cracker Barrel over controversial logo after its efforts were later revised on the social media. He also posted a video on X, aka Twitter. And the old timer was initially removed from a Cracker Barrel logo during the rebrand, shaking hands and dancing. Of course, the freaking YMCA song. To the Village People's YMCA in front of the restaurant's chain logo, the roughly 30-second video appeared to be using AI-generated shit. Generated using artificial intelligence, AI. Video posted by President Thursday wasn't the first time he had appeared in post mocking to the rebrand. See, that was the one that, thank God they decided to bring that shit back, because I'm so fucking happy that shit came back in its original form. The other one was just a yellow border and a black wall, and it just said Cracker Barrel on it, but like, it was in a Lego style format, and it sucked ass. It was not fun at all. That one disappointed. It irks the living bejesus out of me, knowing that they try to modernize it and make it look like some Dr. Boring ass cubicle fucking newspaper job the whole time. Not even exists anymore. It's probably dead now. Like some boring ass Wall Street job. You just gotta count numbers and do digits and do numbers and facts and trivia and all this other freaking shit. This is, oh my god, that is such a buzz fucking kill, man. Ugh, it was a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm glad they put some characterism in it. And I know when I make this politicized, oh, they took out the guy because he was probably a racist R-word white man taking on all the black people and shit, and the black people are victims and they gotta stand up to this oppressive. What a stupid horseshit is that, man? God damn, it's so fucking silly, dude. That one's pissed me the hell off, man. And I always ate their shit, like I said before, like for the last 2-3 videos. My third or fourth video I'm talking about it. I always either on my birthday on a special occasion for me, or if it's on my birthday, I'll do it on like what's it called? Special times like Christmas or 4th of July. I'll eat their Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter Sundays or something. only 4 or 5 times out of the year I'll eat it. It's just kiss. Best ass freaking food in the world, in my opinion. Better than KFC and way better than Church's Chicken, in my opinion. Way better than that. So let's get into the other one. I don't really get into Hollywood news that much, but I heard this was going around like wildfire, man. And this fool, Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he needs no introduction. So it says, this comes from Jessica McBride from Yahoo.com, so I'm gonna give credit to her. Stunts fans with a major muscle weight loss from a little while ago. I think it happened last week, but there was another new update about it, so I'll read the first 2 paragraphs. You guys can read the rest on your own. Okay, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, stunning fans with a major transformation. A viral TikTok and Twitter X video shows The Rock what appears to be the major muscles and weight loss. Videos noticeably leaner Johnson at the Venice Film Festival. Photos published on Getty Images for the festival confirms that, quote, The Rock has debuted a different look. Johnson was still showing more muscular look last June. Photos on Getty's Images also show the Independent's estimated rate walk loss about 50 pounds. The father of 53-year-old, married to a second wife, Lauren Hashian, however you say that name. He's opened up about his desires to expanding his career in dramatic roles and transform the key opportunity. His weight loss is significant, sparking a major online trend. However, people debating about his new look. Yeah, he looks super extra thin and frail there. Jesus, that's crazy, man. He is way extra different compared to how he was before, man. You know, the only thing I did hear about this from like 2 weeks ago, got to give credit to my boy Aki Sounds. He said that the reason he lost weight because he was doing it for a new film trailer, whatever, film movie. He's trying to like act in a portrayal in that role based on a true story, true events about the 70s, 80s freaking wrestler was trying to make it big into the WrestleMania industry at the time, and that's why he wanted to look exactly like that dude. So I'm not even worried about this. I don't know why people are panicking, like freaking losing their damn minds. This dude's a billionaire trillionaire. He wants to get all that muscle back. He can probably get it back in 2 or 3 days, no problem. So there's that. And the last little bit of news, video game industry news I haven't talked about in a while. It's from Tweak Town, so I gotta give credit is due to Jack Connor. All credit goes to him. Sony is releasing a new PS5 logo, but it's a downgrade. It's an old school Sony fanboy. That destroys me, man. That hurts so much to hear. Honestly, it does. Hold on. So I'm just going to read the first 2 paragraphs this time. I swear I'm going to be real quick on this. Alright, it appears to be a downgrade compared to the previous model to keep costs down. So let's begin with this one real quick. I'm not going to read the TLDR. You guys can read it if you want. Sony is slated to release a new PS5 slim all-digital console, but reports indicating it will be slightly different than previous releases. The PS5 was launched in 2020. Okay, I already know about this. As with any other slim PlayStation before, the PlayStation 5, aka PS5 Slim, was significantly reduction in the size and also introduced it with 1TB SSD and a step up from the 825GB, aka gigabytes, with the fat PS5 models. The 1 new TB standard was applied to both digital and standard edition consoles. Yeah, they did this way back in the PS2, PS3, and PS4 days already. So they're doing it on PlayStation 5. I'm not surprised about that. I wonder how that Portal thing is going to be. The PlayStation Portal one where they tried to like do a clone, try to copy off Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck's idea of the on-the-go playing around with your video game stuff around, probably mainly in conventions and airports and shit. You do that around the ghetto or the hood projects, that shit's probably going to get stolen, really snatched away from you quickly. Probably at gunpoint too. Bam. Badly. I'm not trying to be stereotype or R-word bigot or anything, but that's what happens in a lot of real poverty-ass countries. Cities and shit. So watch your freaking ass when they're out there playing that shit in your own. Probably do it in the more extremely safer areas and safer park areas, in my personal opinion. If you're gonna do that stuff, make sure it's on a burning hot day where your console starts getting burning hot and your hands start heating up and you could get 3rd-degree burns, in my personal opinion. That's maybe what might happen. Not saying it will exactly happen, but maybe it might happen. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out of here. Links to description box down below. No outro today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy. Extra safe, cautious. Goodbye, I'm out. It's extra safe. 8 more future RAM videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy, one. Goodbye. Take it easy, and gone. It's extra safe, stay extra vigilant, and I'll see you guys in the next future commentary, rash, reviews, everybody else. Goodbye. Later.